My favorite people for very different reasons, and we work together. And Tebogo is here from Centurion Haven of Hope. You've maybe seen the images on social media. He runs the shelter at the Littleton Community Hall. And Tebogo, if I can invite you into the space to feel safe, to share a bit about your own story maybe. What do you do? And who are the residents at the shelter that we've heard about? So I'm going to give you this mic.
I do feel welcome. I do thank you for the space, the safety, the tranquility of this place. Yeah, like it was said, my name is Tebogo Mpufane. I greet you all today in a bit of two emotions. The one is that today finally, Anandi finally got her wish of me coming here and talking. And on the 261 days of lockdown, Nohal. And on a sad note, we just heard news of one of our homeless brothers who passed on here in Irene at the Railway Cafe. His name is Jerry. And I see it fit for me to say it here, so may his soul rest in peace. And this brings the number to 3 people, homeless people during COVID in this area only, who luckily, cannot say only 3 passed on. So yeah, who is Tebogo? Tebogo Mpufane is a man who was born in Rustenburg. I'm going to use a lot of fast forwards on some part of my biography to get to the juicy part. I was born in Rustenburg. I came to Pretoria in 1998 when I was doing my first year at Pretoria Technikon, not Technikon Pretoria, but Pretoria Technikon. I was doing information technology. Now the tapestry of life started there, where I had to drop out and take my younger sister through school for other reasons. People will ask, why is Anandi saying I'm a favorite person, we work together? And yeah, number one, to just move the whole thing, I've been homeless myself for 11 years. The thing that put me on the streets of Tshwane, Johannesburg, and half of Bloemfontein is I am diagnosed with a disease on my spine. It's called Bas Stroom. The others, or the known name for it, is kissing spine. So for those layman's terms, I'm going to sound like a doctor and say my L5 and between my L5 and my S1, there's no disc in between. So there's like bone to bone type of thing. So hence the excruciating pain that I felt. And yes, I'm standing here not going to glamorize homelessness, but just to journey with you into a bit of homelessness life. As I'm standing here, all of you will sing a witty person like me, a very, can I say, handsome person like me. How did you end up on the streets of Pretoria? I'm from Rustenburg. There's no facilities that will be allowing me to get exactly or pinpoint exactly the healing, the treatment, or whatever of my health problem. So I decided to come to Pretoria since I knew that I'll be next to the Steve Bikos and them. And fortunately enough, by then it was when the Cuban students came through, and I decided to become a guinea pig for just getting something done with my spine problem. Now, whilst doing that, you have to wait for your results to come through. Then, being on the streets, the money now finished. It got depleted, and I had to face the harsh realities of the streets, where my hope, or the candle that was lit for me to be there, was that I'm going to get results from the hospitals telling me you have to drink a bit of 3 Panados every 30 seconds or something, which unfortunately didn't come through. But there's no normal person on earth who will leave the warmth of their houses and go stay in the streets. There's always reasons behind it. Some of us, we always go to the negative ones and we blow it out of proportion. Drug, addiction. But now, Anandi, if I would ask, if you drink too much coffee, aren't you addicted to something? Cool drink, cell phones, television. That's addiction of something. So the moment you say they are all addicted to substances, some people, they cannot go a day without taking a headache tablet. They cannot go a day without taking some energizing drinks. And that on its own, because it's been sugar-coated and put in nicely, it's allowed in society. Now you've got the guys in there. My point is, everyone you find on the street, their lives were altered. Now check how the Lord has put this. They are filthy, dirty, in that rag of homelessness and hopelessness, but they have their own gifts inside. In which way? I've got a pilot at the Littleton Community Hall. I've got a guy who pensioned being a train driver. I've got a guy who can be a fleet manager of any place. Now, those that are mentioned, can I say it? They are white people. Then you've got these other guys who are good in painting, good in making paving and all. That's when now one has to go and research on the types of homelessness that we have. We have stigma homelessness, where in the villages, if you are HIV positive, it's taboo. You have to be chucked out. So now you come here, and that opens a lot of doors. That will be human trafficking, drug addiction, body mutilation, because of people judging you as if their lives is better than yours. You've got situational homelessness, where people come and do piece jobs. They stay in Mpumalanga. So instead of commuting there on daily basis, they find a safe rock, stay on it the Monday until the Saturday morning. So those piece job money, when they get home, at least it shows something per se. You've got people who are scammed with work. In which way? Someone's from KwaZulu-Natal, they promised him a job here in Pretoria, in Tshwane. When they come here, they only find that the only real thing about that job that he has to start is the building only. But there is nothing in there. Some, they do find these people that will con them so much to say, listen here, you came early, wait for a month, then you start your beautiful job with these packs and this and this and that. But they forgot something. You only had money to come here only. You didn't have any. So whilst you are there, believe you more, the concrete jungle becomes a sponge and it does suck you in. There's someone who I was sleeping with on the streets. I asked him, you've been on the streets for 4 years, what's your problem? This poor boy, he decided, no, the grandmother was the breadwinner with the pension money. So now, the grandmother didn't have a 20 rand for transport from home until where they get their pension. The boy jumped the gate into a spaza shop, nicked only 20 bucks. Yes, it's wrong. He nicked it, gave to the grandmother. So somehow he thought the owner of that place saw him, and that person is known to chop people's things if you steal from him. Now, when I started in Region 3, I went to the same guy, said, listen here, let's get into a taxi and go see where you were staying. See, I didn't mention any social worker, any rehab, any nothing, just common love. Take with a hand, get into a taxi, go to Atteridgeville to find out the year after he nicked the 20 bucks, the owner of that spaza shop passed on. So he was just trapped in circumstances, per se. So the gentlemen that we have now in there, we've got 25 of them who are recovering substance users. Now that's where things start flying out of the windows, because people, when you speak drugs, they will talk about nyaupe, and they will talk about crystal methane. Yes, they are right. Collaborations, working together, networking with people, We ended up with the University of Pretoria coming in, the family medicine under Prof. Hugo. Now there's something called the opiate substitute therapy. Some of you are known to the word methadone. Am I still on time? Okay. Some of them call it methadone. But now, to fast forward this, I came here today to take this opportunity to welcome the community. We have started a church forum just a couple of weeks ago, only to find out churches want to be involved. Everyone wants to be involved. It's just that there isn't a stable platform that one can come and invest their time, invest their money, which is very important with the money part. But now I am inviting you that Centurion Haven of Hope, under the leadership of Suzette Stradom, Kerry Rora, Shannon Craddock, and yours, Tebogo Mpufane, we are there at the Littleton Community Hall. Come make a 10. Come see how a family-orientated type of shelter is being operated under your noses, if I can say that. To a point that people, the thing that makes people not to come and assist with the homeless people is that a blanket approach is been the talk of town. As in, like, this happened in Cape Town, that happened in PE, but people, we are in Littleton. We different. They are different. So those with a blanket approach, they are louder than us who are doing things, can I say properly, per se. You're right to cut me short of time, but I would like to thank you all for allowing me to be here and say a bit about this. But go to social media, Centurion Haven of Hope, it will explain itself. We are here not as experts. We are there as people who want to make a difference in society. We don't say we're going to help the whole world, but it starts in your city. Everyone says charity begins at home. Let's clean our city. I stay here now, so I'm proudly Centurion. Assist, assist, assist in anything, your time. We've got people who are pensioners, who are social workers. We need your expertise. We've got people who are caregivers. We need your expertise. At the moment, we only have 150 people that somehow we need your assistance to win, or the old Home Affairs in Kruger Avenue, the old fire department. If we can have that before the city chucks us out of their hall, this whole homelessness thing can be controlled and minimized. If I say eradicated, it will be a pipe dream. But for that, I do thank you. I hope for any questions, queries, worries, or complaints, she will give you my telephone number. And yes, we do need your assistance a lot. Some of the people that are working for us is just volunteering. But remember, hugs and kisses don't pay rent. We need to teach them so they can be on their own 2 feet, go work, come back and plow back what they have seen. Durant Roof Church, Family Church, I do thank you.
It's really a shelter, thank you Tebogo, that's being run in an amazing way. And as Tebogo said, they need skills. People that are willing to come and teach their skills for different times of the day. So if you would like to speak to Tebogo, and if you're not here, send me a WhatsApp, I'll send his number to you. And if you want to talk to him afterwards, you're very welcome. But Tebogo, from the bottom of my heart, and on behalf of many, many people in Centurion, thank you for all the hard work you've been doing. I know you've given your life for these 200 and how many days? 261 days, that you've really given your heart and soul and your body and everything for this, and we thank you. We see you.